last week and
Yep.
heading into this week?
No, obviously, Ball State was a tough game to digest in the heat of the moment. We didn't play well enough down the stretch to win the game, and we have to live with that. But moving forward, we got a great opportunity this week against Western Michigan, another home game. MAC West opponent, be very competitive. They're playing good football right now. Dynamic offense that want to get you speed and space with tempo. They got a lot of playmakers. The running back, 29, is a really good player. They have some good wide receivers. Number 9 is a guy that they target a lot. I think number 5 is really dynamic. The quarterback is big. He knows where to go with the ball, has a good idea of what to do with their offense. Their tight ends, they like to get them involved in the passing game and the running game. And then the interior of their offensive line may be the best 3 guys we faced all year. So very strong offensive unit that play well together. They have a plan. Obviously, they're going to be aggressive on 4th down, so we need to make sure 3rd down becomes 2nd down, and obviously 2nd down is 1st down. So we understand how they want to play, and we have to be ready to understand that come game time. Defensively, very aggressive unit. Coach Esposito does a great job coaching defense, especially at the defensive line position. Number 99 is probably one of the better players in this league. They're going to pressure you. They're going to try to get after the quarterback. We have to make sure we do a great job in pass protection to protect the quarterback. Do a nice job. Linebackers playing downhill in the secondary. Does a nice job mixing in coverages and giving you different looks. And then special teams, aggressive unit on special teams. We really have to come to play on special teams and match their intensity. But a hard-playing unit in all 3 phases. But for us, we're excited to play. It's senior day, and we got a great opportunity if we play the way we need to play to put ourselves in position to win this game. So, great opportunity. We'll be ready to play. The kids were good last night. Our Tuesday practice is tonight, and can't wait to see how we respond on the practice field.
Coach, you mentioned a little bit earlier, just trying to get the guys back up. Obviously, we don't really talk about the human aspect of it, but losing a game like that has to have some effect. How do you get the guys back up for the game next week? And like you said, too, it's senior night as well.
Yeah, you know what? Our players were not down, to be honest with you. I think they felt they played well enough to win, and we didn't get the result we wanted to get. So they were not down. They were not in the tank, and coaches the same way. We played well enough to win the game. We did not win the game. We made some costly mistakes at the end, and we have to live with that. But I don't see a negative locker room. These guys were encouraged. We still got a lot to play for, and we're gonna go out there and play our best game on Tuesday night, and that's all. That's the only thing that matters.
And then on top of that, as well, with it being senior night, do you just have a word for the senior class on what you'll remember them for?
Yeah, no, I really like this senior class. You got a group of workers, a tough group, tough-minded group. The thing that you appreciate as a coach is that, when we've been faced with adversity, these guys have stayed the course. And I think those lessons will help them in life. And that's what you're trying to do as a coach, is prepare guys for life, and whatever's next in their life is not going to always be rosy. But you have to be steadfast in your work ethic, your discipline, your focus to continue to move forward. And these guys have been outstanding, to the program, not only this season, but the rest of the season they've been here. And I will be forever grateful for this senior class. Not a big senior class, but one that's very impactful.
How important is it to you and to the program to be able to make a bowl game this year?
Be able to do what?
Make a bowl game this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important. I think anytime you can have an opportunity to play in a bowl game and send your seniors out the right way, I think that's what you want to do.
What do you see having to change these last 2 weeks, or what do you see having to do these last 2 weeks so get those 2 wins you need?
Yeah, I mean, we really need our quarterback to play consistent football. It's as simple as that. we're playing good on defense. We're playing solid on offense. We're playing good on special teams. And we need Rocky to play consistent football and make the plays that's just consistent to make. Not that we're blaming him, for losses, but we just got to play sound football at every position. But that position, carries the most weight for any team. And I think that's important for him to understand that.
How's he responded the last few days?
Yeah, no, he works his tail off. I think, nobody works harder in our program than Rocky. He's in here studying film. The first two people in the office on Wednesday was me and him. And, he came up and watched the game and talked about the game. And he's been watching tape all week. Nobody puts in more work than he does. And I think that's important. So I just want him to, go out and play the game that I know he's capable of playing and leading his team as well.
Coach, you mentioned Weston's played really well lately, putting up a bunch of points the last few weeks. What is it going to take defensively to try and slow them down?
Yeah, no, this is a team that's, they're going to try to, get the ball to the perimeter, get the ball in space. They do a lot of empty, a lot of tempo, a lot of check with me. And so obviously we know it's a numbers game, right? If you got 5 guys in the box, they're going to run it. If you got 6 guys in the box, they're going to throw it. So we have to do a good job of finding creative ways to add that half a defender in the box as well as having that half defender in coverage. So, we played this style of offense before. Kent State comes to mind. Obviously Kent State did a lot of different things differently in the run game, but very similar in terms of tempo and speed and getting their playmakers the ball in space. So, we have to have a great plan to get our guys in position. Then we got to trust those guys to go make plays.
What kind of, wrinkles does it have when you're approaching a team that goes for it on 4th down? Like you said.
Yeah, no, I've been there before as a coach, right? The first year, you follow the analytics book to a T. So obviously, there's waste downs in those situations, right? There's a bunch of waste downs. Second and 4 could be a waste down, right? 3rd and 1 is definitely a waste down. So, when you understand that, right, you just have to make sure you're solid and sound and don't give up explosive plays, in situations where you may think they're going to do one thing or the other. I think they've gone for it, 36 times on 4th down.
I think it's at 16 and 34.
Yeah.
16 and 34.
So that's, over 3 times a game. You just plan for it. They're going for it on 4th down, right?
Coach, you talked about the turnovers, and I know usually on a weekly basis you guys work ball drills both on offense and defense. With the lack of turnovers last week and then the influx on offense, was there a little bit more of an emphasis so far this week on them?
Yeah, every week we're going to work turnovers, right? And I think that's important, but it has to be important at everybody's position, and I think that's the most important thing for us. I think we've only had 1 turnover outside of the quarterback position all season, and that was Trayvon Rudolph against Tulsa. So we have to protect the ball at the quarterback position first and foremost because the ball is the program.
Coach, you mentioned the guys felt like they played well enough to get a win last week. What did you like that you saw from last week's game against Boston?
Yeah, no, I really like the way our defense played. I mean, you playing an offense that is very dynamic in the running game. And to me, if you take out the first run of the game and the 3rd and 8, they really had like 40 carries for like 115 yards or something like that. It wasn't so. Our D-line really played strong. I think we had 6 tackles for loss. Really controlled the game. We gave up 115 yards passing. I thought our defense played good. I thought our run game was good. I thought we were able to get some guys involved. Trayvon Rudolph provided a nice spark in the running game. And I thought we did some things to keep people off balance as we continue to play.
Coach, with both teams sitting at 4 and 6 in essential must-win games for the last 2 weeks of the season, does it have that kind of playoff atmosphere for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity. You got both teams fighting for a bowl opportunity. Everybody knows what's at stake, and who's going to be the most excited team to play on Tuesday night. And I can tell you what, we will be ready to play. on Tuesday. We're going to practice that way, and then we're going to go out there and execute that way.
How important is it to get this win and do right by the seniors and send them off with a win in their last home game?
Yeah, it means everything. You know, as a coach, right, you coach for the players, and you want to put those guys in position to be successful. And so that's our only focus. How can we put our team in position to be the most successful they can be on Tuesday night? And then we have to trust them to make plays, and I think that's the most important thing.
You always talk about blocking out the noise and everything, the outside noise. I know sometimes some of it seeps through, but how important is it, especially these last 2 weeks, to just be focused internally and blocking everything on the outside?
Yeah, I don't pay attention to the noise. I think the problem is everything players see social media wise, I think they listen to or it affects them. And I think experience teaches you that, people's outside opinion doesn't matter, right? Because nobody really cares, right? And I think that's the biggest thing you try to get through to the players, right? The only thing that matters is how you feel about your teammates, the work that you're putting in. And I think that's the biggest thing. And I think, it's not a challenge for me, but I can certainly see it'd be a challenge for student athletes. And that's what we have to do a great job this week as coaches to say, hey, we got an opportunity to do something great on Tuesday night if we play the type of way we need to play. And that's the only thing that matters. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Is that it for Coach Hammock? All right, Coach.
Thank you. Go Huskies.
Receiver Dane Partridge, safety Nate Valcarcel, and defensive tackle Damon Taylor Jr. So, questions for the Huskies?
I'll start with Damon. So, lone senior up there right now. What is senior night?
Are you a senior?
I am, but
Are you coming back?
I'm coming back.
Oh, he's coming back. All right. I was scratched.
He wasn't on my list, yeah.
I looked it up online. I messed it up that time. But for your guys that you've been with in the program over the last few years, you're the longest tenured person up there at the moment. What does it mean to get the win out there on Thursday night on senior night?
Well, obviously, it means a lot. We want to send those guys out on a big note, go out and try to get to a bowl game and do something that we haven't done in a long time here. So, definitely big.
Another thing for you. First year really making an impact here in the offense. How would you say you've been able to get acclimated in the offense and then get up to speed where you're catching touchdowns, you're getting a few catches every week now?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely taken a lot of hard work. Every day just coming in, working my butt off and, staying consistent with, catching and route running. It's been the biggest piece for me.
Nate, what's it mean to this group to be able to win their last 2 games and make a bowl game this year? How important is that for
for you guys?
To me, well, to our team, it's very important. Try to win these last 2 games, but for us this week, it's going to be important just to lead our seniors on a good note. Get to a bowl game, and then obviously haven't won a bowl game for I think since 2011. 2011. So, for myself, 2021 didn't get to win the bowl game for the Q Bowl. So, winning a bowl game would be something special for all of us, and especially the seniors.
As for both the defensive guys, last game we weren't able to get the turnovers that you guys have been in weeks past, and usually when you guys get the turnovers, you find a way to win the game. Against Western Michigan, how are you going to be able to take away the ball from them?
Yeah, so obviously the last couple of weeks, different play styles of the offenses, but Western Michigan is an offense that we have played before in the beginning of this season. So just disguising our coverages, staying locked in on our keys, and then tackling in the open field, and then just making a plan on bar if we get it. So.
I would say just talking and watching more film together. That way we can be in the right place at the right time and just continue to play relentless defense, and it'll come.
And then, Damon, I know most of the time the turnover stack goes to Nate for the interception, but how important is that pressure up front to create that interception or that fumble,
Yeah, it's very big because, when we get the pressure on a quarterback, they might make the bad decision, and, Nate will be right there for the pick. So we just got to keep the pressure up on the quarterback and be that defensive line for this team.
Mom, with Western Michigan going for it on 4th down as much as they do, how does, if at all, that change anything for you guys? Where does that add?
I would say it really pretty much changed anything. We just going to continue to play defense, and they go for it on 4th down. We just got to stop them there.
Dane, for you guys offensively, how do you get back to that rhythm to where maybe we see more of a higher scoring or higher output this upcoming week?
Yeah, I'd say definitely eliminate turnovers. And then as far as receivers go, we gotta catch every ball. We've had some drops recently, and eliminating that will definitely help our offense get rolling to where it needs to be.
And then with, like you said, just catching the football, when you guys work outside of practice, that's something that you can do almost anywhere, in the yard, or if some of you guys live together, you can just go out and throw together.
Yeah, I definitely would say, for me personally, I'm always getting extra work in for catching, just because, as a receiver, you got to catch every ball. It's one of the most important things. But yeah, guys put in extra work. Definitely this week, I plan on working with other guys and just getting some extra work in to get ready for the game.
For both Nate and Damon, with a team like Western coming in on Tuesday who scored over 80 points the last 2 weeks, what will be needed defensively the most to stop such a high-powered offense?
We definitely just need to come together and talk. Talking is a big part of defense. It'll reassure you what's your position, what you got to do on the field. As long as everybody know what they got to do, I feel like we'll be in a good position to beat this team.
Nate?
One thing for our defense is to just have effort on every play, really. Having the D-line, the linebackers, and the DBs finish to the ball is going to eliminate the big plays, the explosive plays on Western Michigan's offense. And then obviously different style of team. So I think our D is going to, make some plays out there this week.
This one's for both the defensive guys. Coach Hammock had mentioned that their interior line may be one of the best interior lines that you see all season. And then, the running defense hasn't been really up to par in the last few weeks. How do you guys, turn the page on that and get a good quality performance in terms of run stopping?
Nate?
Just knowing our assignments and knowing our keys. We have different coverages for different types of, formations for the offense. So just getting downhill with effort, like I said, is going to eliminate big explosive plays, and obviously focusing on our tackling this week, every practice. So thudding every player up during practice and just go out there and tackle.
I'll say we just take it as a challenge. us as a defensive line, you know, we don't back down from anything and just embracing that challenge against those guys.
For everybody, you know, last home game of the week here, or last home game of the year here on Tuesday. What does it mean for you guys to get a win and kind of end the season at Husky Stadium on a high note?
Damon?
Yeah, it means a lot. Definitely for the seniors too. On senior night, they've done so much for this program. They've helped me so much. A lot of the older guys I've looked up to. Just there's a bunch of great guys, and I'd love to get a win for them. It means a ton.
Nate?
Obviously, like Dan said, for the seniors, you know, Rocky, Esther, guys like those, they've been here and put sweat and tears into this program. So just to get for them, their last home game here at NIU would be a special, and then, you know, kind of to win our last home game here would be great for the fans.
I feel like they kind of hit it on the head, you know. Just want to send the seniors out on a high note, you know, win at home. Definitely need one of those.
In a season, this is for all three of you guys as well. In a season that you guys have been so streaky, you lose a couple games, then you win a couple games, but you still sit here at the end of the season with a chance to go 6-6 into a bowl game. The opponent that you're playing is also in the same position. So is there a little bit of an upgraded level of intensity or pressure, knowing that it's kind of a playoff game for you guys?
Damon?
Definitely. I mean, we're attacking everything. I mean, we attack every week the same, but, you know, just knowing this is like a championship game, you know, we want to come out and win this. So I believe everybody is going to be locked in, ready to go.
Nate?
You know, like Damon said, I think to me it's gonna be a competitive game. You know, we're gonna attack the week like the past weeks. Nothing different. Yeah.
Dave?
Yeah, I think we've had some great practices in the last couple weeks. Just coming out every day this week is going to be big for us, and like having that urgency, knowing that this is a huge game for us, which gives us a chance to, you know, go to a bowl game and yeah, just continue to be consistent with our practicing. It's going to be important.
All right, anything else for this group? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.